the Double Fleck Knit Stitch pattern. Hi, I'm Kristen and welcome back to Studio Knit. This Double Fleck Stitch pattern creates simple rows punctuated with two little seed stitches atop a stockinette background. This is an easy knit and purl 4-row repeat pattern. It's an easy level project and a great choice for knitting up blankets or scarves. And the double fleck is not reversible because the texture design is only on the right side, the front side of our work. And when we flip it over, you'll see that the wrong side is not identical. So this is not a reversible pattern. And if you're interested in knitting this up, please like up this video. It really helps me out. And if you'd like to see more, please make sure to subscribe to Studio Knit. I want to point out that because it's on a stockinette stitch background, the edges do tend to curl. So in this example, I have a garter stitch border that's just 2 knit stitches on the sides, as well as 2 rows of knit stitch on the bottom. For your materials, feel free to use any yarn of your choice with appropriately sized knitting needles. You'll also want to have scissors and a tapestry needle on hand. Before we knit this up together, please know that the free written pattern is available on my website. It is also included in my Knit Stitch pattern book. I have links in the description below, and if you watch to the end of the video, I will share more with you. We are ready to knit it up. We begin by casting on in multiples of 6 plus 4. So that means we begin by casting on 6 stitches and continue casting on in multiples of 6 until you have the desired number on your needle, and finish up with an additional 4 stitches on your needle. Row 1 could not be any easier for us. We are knitting every single stitch on our needle. Once you've reached the end of row 1, knitting all those stitches, then we switch our knitting needles, and we want the yarn in the front because the first 4 stitches are purling all. So we purl 4 stitches, and then those asterisks right there mean that we are repeating this pattern in between the asterisks. So we begin with knitting 2 stitches, and bring our yarn back to the front so that we can purl 4 stitches, and continue that pattern until you reach the end of row 2. And when we switch our needles, we can see the beginning of those 2 little double fleck, those little purl stitches right there on the right side of our work. And continuing on with row 3, again, all we are doing is knitting every single stitch on the row, just like we did row 1, very easy. Once we are done with row 3, we will switch our needles. Again, we are beginning with the purl stitch, so we're going to have our yarn in the front of our needles. We're going to purl 1, knit 2, and purl 1. Then we have those asterisks, so we're repeating this next pattern in between the asterisks, which is purl 3. So we're purling 3 stitches, knitting 2, and purl 1, and continue this repeat until the end of the row. Finishing up that last little purl stitch, let's look at the front of our work. We can see those double fleck textures starting to appear, and we just repeat rows 1 through 4 until your piece is the length that you desire. If you're interested in my Knit Stitch pattern book, this double fleck pattern is included. It's in the section of the 4-row repeats. You'll find it on page 19. This is available both in the printed and the online ebook. I have links down below where you can purchase it, and you'll see that it includes a large photo of the pattern as well as the stitch repeats, a little knitting chart if you like reading those, as well as instructions on how to knit flat on straight needles like we just did, or you can also knit this pattern in the round on circular needles. So I hope you are inspired to give the double fleck knit stitch pattern a try. Thank you so much for joining me at Studio Knit, and I will see you here next time. Bye!